They didn't just assist goals, they created ideas. They saw the gaps that didn't exist until they made them real. Before football became a machine of pressing, analytics, and tactical geometry, there was space, there was time. And in that space danced the number 10, the last true artist in a sport becoming a science, a rebel against the rigidity of systems. And between 1992 and 2002, we saw the last great wave of these free spirits. Playmakers who weren't measured by sprints or stats, but by silence. The silence just before a pass no one else could see. This is not just a list, it's a tribute. The final chapter in our story. A farewell to an era where magic mattered more than metrics. These are the top 5 Champions League number 10s, the ones who made the game worth watching. 5. Pablo Aimar, Valencia. He didn't play football, he danced through it. Aimar wasn't just Valencia's playmaker, he was its heartbeat. An artist who turned pressure into poetry, chaos into calm. Champions League finalist, 2001 and 2002. 25 UCL appearances, 5 goals, countless memories. In an era of power and pragmatism, Aimar offered something else. Grace. A flick of his boot could split a defense. A look away could free a winger. He didn't dominate matches, he elevated them. He wasn't the loudest, he wasn't the most celebrated, but he made you feel. And in football, that's rare. Aimar was the dreamer among warriors, a feather in a world of hammers. Number 4, Andreas Möller, Borussia Dortmund, Juventus. They called him dramatic, and he was. But when the Champions League spotlight hit, Möller didn't just show up, he stole the show. Champions League winner, 1997 with Dortmund. 28 UCL matches, 8 goals. He had a right foot that could bend logic and break nets. And in the biggest games, he didn't just participate, he took charge. From his days at Juventus to his glory with Dortmund, Möller played with fire in his eyes. Some players decorate matches. Möller decided them. He may not have been universally loved, but in the Champions League, he was undeniable. 3. Gheorghe Hagi, Galatasaray and Barcelona. The left foot of a god, the temperament of a storm. Gheorghe Hagi wasn't built for systems. He broke them. 32 UCL matches, 7 goals. Iconic moment, 1994. Solo goal versus Club Brugge. At Barcelona, he dazzled. At Galatasaray, he became a legend. Unpredictable, fierce, transcendent. He didn't follow tactics, he followed instinct. You couldn't coach what Hagi had, and you couldn't contain it either. He brought chaos into order, and somehow it worked. To watch him was to feel on edge, because anything could happen. 2. Zvonimir Boban, AC Milan. He rarely scored, he barely celebrated. But when AC Milan needed someone to think the game for them, they turned to Boban. Champions League winner, 1994. 21 UCL matches, 3 goals, 2 assists. He was never the flashiest, but his intelligence was incandescent. Boban knew where the ball needed to go before it got to his feet. He was the balance, the compass, the pulse. The world watched the stars, but Boban was the reason they could shine. True genius doesn't shout. It whispers and guides. Boban was the quiet architect behind Milan's dominance. 1. Jari Litmanen, Ajax. Jari Litmanen didn't run, he glided. He didn't panic, he paused time. 43. UCL matches, 20 goals. Champions League winner, 1995, finalist 1996. Scored 9 goals in 1995-96 UCL campaign. At Ajax, he was the soul of a golden generation. He didn't just play in the system, he was the system. Every pass, every run, every movement carried his fingerprints. Quietly, elegantly, brilliantly, he became one of the most intelligent number 10s of all time. Litmanen never chased the spotlight, and yet it kept finding him. He earned something most stars don't: respect from everyone. Players, coaches, fans, these weren't just players, they were ideas. Each one a brushstroke in football's masterpiece. Aimar, grace and glimpses. Möller, fire and finish. Hagi, chaos and magic. Boban, order and rhythm. Litmanen, wisdom and wonder. The number 10 might be vanishing in today's high-press, high-speed game, but these 5 reminded us of what it used to mean. To create, to dream, to make football beautiful. Subscribe for more stories from the soul of the game, every week, only here